With the government shutdown impacting thousands of flights, a lot of you may be wondering, in this economy, should I really be traveling? So we're taking that question to experts. Let's bring in travel expert and managing editor of the Points Guy Clint Henderson. Clint, always a pleasure to talk to you. All right, is this the time to rethink taking flights right now?
Sadly, the answer is yes, probably.
Oh,
I think got to really think through whether this trip is worth it. I think you're going to see a lot more people, especially if the shutdown drags on into Thanksgiving, saying, you know what, I'm going to skip going home for Thanksgiving this year and maybe go for Christmas, or I'm going to take the train, or I'm going to drive. So yeah, it's a good thing to consider right now. You know, every day it's going to get worse, and it's already pretty gnarly out there. So yes, I think it's a good time to reconsider, or at least have a plan B. You know, one of the things I'm telling people is I use my father's ranch as an example. If I'm going New York to Salt Lake City and then on to the little regional airport of Butte, Montana, that flight between New York and Salt Lake City is unlikely to be severely impacted, but that regional flight between Salt Lake and Butte could be canceled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rent a rental car in Salt Lake City as a backup so that if that regional flight gets canceled, I still have a way to get to the ranch without, sort of just canceling the trip outright.
so that begs the question, for those who are flying, is travel protection now really worth investing in?
No, because here's the deal. Most travel insurance won't cover situations like this. Even we've been reaching out at the Points Guide to all the credit card companies to find out if the trip delay and cancellation, trip interruption insurance that comes with most premium credit cards, if that's going to cover the reduction in flights. And most of them have said no. So I don't think it's worth it getting extra insurance. Cancel for any reason insurance is really expensive, and not even all those policies will cover it. So what I would do instead is I would make sure you're booking refundable tickets and hotel rooms and rental cars. So the airlines are being very flexible right now with allowing people to cancel, get their money back, especially if they cancel the flight. But you want to make sure that you can get your money back for any reservations you're making right now, just because we don't know how this is going to play out.
All right, well, we do know the holiday season is coming by, Thanksgiving, Christmas after that. Should people book now or wait out this shutdown that's happening?
So if you haven't booked for Thanksgiving yet, prices are already going to just jump from here. So, I would scrap Thanksgiving at this point, but for Christmas, we're in the prime booking window right now. So I think it is safe still to book Christmas flights. In fact, you're going to get better prices now than you will if you wait even a couple more weeks. So pretty much every day from mid-November till Christmas, it's going to get more and more expensive. So you want to lock in those prices now.
Now, all throughout our interview, we've been showing pictures of just massive lines at TSA checkpoints at all airports all across the country. You can see them there now. What can people do to hopefully cut down their time waiting on these lines?
Yeah, so here's the deal. It's actually been pretty good at most of the airports I've been traveling through lately. Travel midweek, travel early in the morning. You want to check what's going on at your airport you're departing from before you go to the airport. So, we saw on social media last week those insane 5-hour lines at Houston for security. If you see that happening at the airport you're leaving from, you might just call the airline and say, hey, can I move my flight to tomorrow because I don't want to deal with that. And that's what you really have to do. You have to be a really informed consumer right now. Make sure you have situational awareness so you can protect yourself in those situations.
All right, Clint Henderson, keeping us sane at security checkpoints. Very important job. Thank you very much.